Hello, beautiful loves, and welcome. Welcome to this Virgo season newsletter. Thank you for being here on my email list. And if you're watching on my social media channels, thank you also for being there. To answer a couple of the questions that I've been getting in my inbox, yes, I am back now. I am back in Old Blighty on the south coast of England. And that also means, yes, that Pleiadian, Arcturian 3-day healings, light language attunements, body scans, and personalized video guidance appointments are also available to book once more. So thank you for everyone for your patience and for those that have been asking the questions. And yes, September is open to book your soul contract acceleration appointments and live channeled guidance appointments. So that is now out of the way. get that question out of the way. Let's get straight to it. Virgo season. What an interesting time this is. What an interesting time this is. So Virgo, ruled traditionally by Chiron and in modern astrology by Mercury, there is a lot of energy bouncing about this month. We have a partial lunar eclipse later on in the month, around the full moon in Pisces. We have a new moon in Virgo, of course, coming up. Now, Virgo, meticulous detail, the profiler, also the part of the zodiac chart that really actualizes manifestation. Virgo is quite a interesting one because of the way that they detail, they organize, they sort out their diet, their eating, the way that they think. You know, it's very not to overuse the word, but it's very detailed. They dot their I's, they cross their T's. This energy we all have in our charts somewhere, whether it's your sun sign or not, it doesn't matter. It's in your chart somewhere. And what an interesting time it is. There are lots of strengths that come with Virgo. Of course, it is the archetype of the Virgin. So Virgo is always trying to purify. Virgo is always trying to sift through and sort what is shadow, what is light, and trying to transcend and ascend the aspects of the illusions into the purity of the light, remembering the wholeness, right? Remembering that wholeness, that great mother archetype, you know, that mutable earth sign. Virgo is, or this particular season, it feels very much to me that there is going to be a bit of a focus on shadow work. And I know some of you watching this might go, oh, not again, not more of that. And let me just say, that's not a bad thing. That's a really good thing, because if we look at the Chiron aspect of Virgo, the things that have been unhealed in our life, there is a great opportunity for them to come into wholeness now. Virgo is really good at that. They're really good at facing it. You know, they're a very practical, pragmatic sign. And that energy is going to influence, you know, all of us in whichever way is appropriate, really. So depending on how Virgo shows up for you, there is going to be that grounding aspect. There's going to be a very accountable aspect. This is where we take accountability, responsibility. And that's a really good thing, because if we can take accountability and responsibility, then we actually can expand more in our joy, we can expand more in our energy fields, because when we are accountable, responsible, we are in integrity. When we are in integrity, we do not get drained. When we are in our integrity, we're not putting on a false front. We're not trying to be someone else. We are just being ourselves. And when you are yourself, rather than who you think or who others think you should be, or who you think others think you should be, then it really allows for us to settle ourselves, to expand them more, to let more of that light of who you truly are enter that space. It's really cool. I find it really cool anyway. So right now, when I'm recording this, we still have Mercury in retrograde, right? And Mercury is the modern ruler of Virgo. So that's very intellectual, all about how we speak, how we process, how we think. I said at the beginning, Virgo is a very good profiler. And that's completely accurate. You know, Virgo has got a very good way of assessing a situation or assessing the character of someone. themselves as well, but sometimes Virgo can look too far out rather than back in. So this is the invitation as well to look in. Seems like there's always that invitation to look in, but really that's the point. Because Virgo reminds us that we have to choose, firstly, choose to be particular about what we say, about the words that we vocalize, that we spell, because we create with our sound. Any Mercury influenced sign that's going to be applicable for. We are creating and grounding in the energy that we speak. So be mindful about what you're choosing to perceive, how you're choosing your perception to fall, and how you are then choosing where you focus, what you speak out, what you call into being. Virgo also invites us to, like I alluded to before, to take care of the body, of the temple. Remember, it's the great mother, right? That great mother archetype, and very embodied archetype, like the pregnant earth, cosmic mother meets earth. And when that happens, we invite ourselves really to, give birth to ourselves, our new self. So if you are looking to get into a new routine, a new pattern, now's a really, really strong time to do so. Virgo likes the day-to-day routine. Virgo energy loves that day by day building through consecutive and consistent action. Because it doesn't really matter a great deal about what we're thinking in comparison to what we're doing. And so what I mean by that is it's almost like that phrase, action speaks louder than words, because action is how we physically create things as well. It's what moves the space-time. It's what shifts the dimensions. Every action has a reaction. Every cause has an effect, and Virgo loves those particular principles. Virgo loves those principles because it enhances that archetype. There is so much wonderful and bright and brilliant energy to the end of the summer, which Virgo is still in the summer, right? For the Northern Hemisphere anyway, until we get to the equinox. Then we move into Libra, into the fall. But it's a really powerful time. September is always a really powerful month as well. We go from an 8-month August into a 9-month, 3 threes, right? September. And that holds its own energy anyway. So when we're looking at how to make the most of this particular season, allow yourself to really connect with your body, to connect with your home, to connect with what you want to purify within yourself. And let's just revisit that word purify. It means make whole again. What are you looking to make whole again? What parts of you are not whole? What parts of you do you see through the mirror of others? And especially with Virgo can have a certain temperament to look maybe at the things that they could perfect, but instead of going down that rabbit hole, see everything as simply perfect, however it is. If we can release the charge of emotion on whatever it is that we're perceiving, then highest good will always come through. And Virgo can be quite good at this because, and this is one of the challenges that some people have with Virgo, is that they are very matter of fact. So sometimes we might have to soften. We may have to soften ourselves this season. We may have to connect a little bit with our emotions. If you have a lot of Virgo in your chart, you may have to be aware of your emotions and connect more with that, because the Virgo energy could really bring out a lot of that very kind of like sharp, intellectual energy. And it's never intended that way. If you ask any Virgo who's got Virgo Mercury or Virgo Sun or a lot of Virgo somewhere in their chart, anything that they say, it's never intended to be sharp, but the way that Virgo energy is, it just sees everything and it just says it as it is. And sometimes forgetting that humans are incredibly charged. We're charged beings, we're emotional beings, vibrational beings. It's not a bad thing, but it can make life quite interesting. So maybe just be mindful, and emphasis on the word mindful. Being mindful is a good way to be in Virgo season, because you're going to get influenced there anyway. You're going to get called into your mind. But make sure that your mind is full of light, full of love, full of integrity and expansion, because otherwise our mind can get full of things that do not serve. Our mind can get full of our own inner criticism. If there's ever been that tendency in your life to be hypercritical, or if you've ever experienced someone in your life of influence being hypercritical, then that might come up to heal. But also, if you look at the Chiron aspect of Virgo, there is going to be that tendency, that ability to heal something very, very deep for all of you. Maybe even look in your chart, notice where Virgo is in your chart to see what's going to get highlighted, and notice where Chiron is, where Mercury is. These beautiful planets and asteroids, and that they have influence. Everything's just energy. It's all magnetic. It all kind of pulls and enhances. So try to remember to be out in nature if you can, as much as possible. Try to remember to be outside. If you find your mind thinking thoughts that don't serve, if you find your mind getting triggered, or your body getting triggered, or something irritating you, get outside, breathe a different air, connect with crystals. Crystals are going to be your friend this season, that's for sure. I think it's, I read the other day that it's the Tao in ancient Chinese culture that would say that each crystal channels through, and this is something we already know, but each crystal channels through a particular energy. So the stones and the crystals in the earth, it's kind of like the meridians of the earth. And you can use those to enhance the meridian flow of your body. I found that really fascinating to read that, because I would have always presumed that crystals are a little bit more Western than they would be Eastern. But then again, of course not. Speaking of which, I'm so excited to show you the crystals that are coming back from China. They're incredibly potent. But that's not for this video, that's for another one. I will show you this gorgeous guy, by the way. I only have one of him. If you could see the rainbows within his sacred geometry within, this guy is attuned. This is an Avalonian skull, by the way, so it's not from China. This one's from Avalon, Glastonbury. And he's been blessed by the Avalonian waters, but also attuned to the 3 suns of the Orion belt. So he's attuned to the highest embodiment of Orion, Mintaka, Almintak, and Almilan. So it's fantastic for clarity, purification, clear thinking, clear cognizance, channeling, direct channeling. For anyone that knows, I love to channel the diamond ones of Orion, and they are attuned into this being. So if he calls to you, I thought I'd just do a little sneak preview on here, because I know he will go as soon as I put a post out or an email out with him, and I know he will go. So I've managed to keep him as affordable as possible as well. So if he's for you, do reach out, reply to the email that you see this video in. But yeah, what else can I say about Virgo? Seriously, you guys, just enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Virgos can be so hardworking and so focused on the task at hand that they can forget to have fun. So do remind yourself to have fun, but enjoy the productivity that is going to be offered with Virgo. Enjoy the productivity. Enjoy the getting stuff done. Because Virgo, in comparison to the other earth signs, Virgo's got a pretty cool way of helping you be efficient, effective, and productive in your holistic approach of living. So that's like food, nutrition, feng shui, everything that's kind of a little bit physical. So I'm going to leave it there for right now. We do have some really cool workshops coming up. So depends on when you see this video will depend on what workshops are available. But we've got 2 in-person ones coming up and 3 online ones. So online ones first, we have the 3rd of September, which is all about relaxing the masculine shield that is around your heart. So if you're, most people have a shield around their heart, and we really need to de-armor it a little bit to let love in, to let those relationships get deeper. So the 3rd of September, that's an online workshop, 8 till 9 p.m. UK time. You can find that on my website, aliceheath.com. That's going to be really, really wonderful. The 19th of September, which is the day after the lunar eclipse, I'm with the wonderful Emma Sullivan, as we're going to be harmonizing our soul connections in a really powerful workshop as well. So that's going to be really, really fun. And then on the 21st, I'm running a free workshop live streamed onto YouTube for the vernal equinox. Harmony, Ease, and Balance is called. Now, in person is really fun because on the 27th, if you are local to Southampton, to Dorset, to the South Coast, in Emery Downs and Emery Bank and Downs, Emery Downs and Bank. I always forget how to say that, which order it goes in. But if you're close to Southampton and the New Forest, Tuesday the 27th, I will be directly channeling, as the lovely Jackie White calls it, in the hot seat. So that evening is going to be about the ease of overflowing abundance. And it's, once again, as Jackie White describes it, it's going to be Esther Hicks style, Abraham Hicks style, where I will be directly channeling. And any question that comes up will get answered. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then on the 7th of September, which is a Saturday in Wimborne, myself, the gorgeous Tim Wilde, and a few other speakers as well, we're going to be coming together for a day of rejuvenation. So that's going to be a lot of fun as well. So if you fancy any of those 2 in-person events, go to www.jackie-white.co.uk. They're also on my website as well. So if you're checking out aliceheath.com, you'll see them there. But for now, that's probably enough enough rambling, but I thank you once more from the bottom of my heart. I'm really excited about some of the new things that are coming through. I hope you enjoy the video about China that I did. It was quite short but sweet, but probably about 20 minutes, and so maybe not that short. And there is something very fun coming in September that I'm just finishing kind of figuring out how I'm gonna offer it. But I think everyone that is in my email list and everyone that's on my social media will love what I'm bringing through and starting in September. So stay tuned for that. Okay, I love you all. Have a beautiful Virgo season. Happy end of August. Happy September. I'll see you for the Libran video in a month. Bye for now. Oh, and one other thing about Virgo, money matters are going to come up a lot this month. Money matters. You're going to have a really good chance to expand your beliefs and clear any wounds or trauma around finances and money. That's a big one that's coming up right now. I just want to say that. I also had some cards drawn, but I put them away. But just to share a couple of the cards that came up, we had the Earth Star Chakra with Lady Isis come up, which was really powerful. Because it's all about your soul path and direction. We had the Venusians, the Orions, the Pleiadians all come up as well, and the Seraphim. So there is so much angelic and star support this month. Allow yourself to feel it. Just be in your body. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Okay, bye for now.